I'm still I'm still shocked by this. Like, this is not like fame, like a book deal, or I don't know, something, but this is still this is not comfortable. No, not at all. And we're going to get into this in a bit. I'm still wrapping my thoughts, but I want to make this video tonight before I go to bed, because the things I have seen, the comments, man, I have become infamous in a small bubble of humans who are connected to me somehow. And it's not nice. I don't think anybody ever wants to be out of the tribe. But trust me, I'll let you know what's going on. And you're watching this on YouTube, it's very intentional. I wanted to live there because I did this and I would like to own what I did. And I'll start off things by telling Kang Quintus that I'm sorry for what I did, for what I wrote about this movie. And not just Kang Quintus, the team, the writers, the editors, the workers. I'm sorry because in my haste to express my opinion, I didn't do any research. I didn't find out more about the movie. I didn't try to wrap my head around it. I didn't talk to other movie creators to really get an understanding of that. And as a writer, that is very disappointing first. I should do my research. I can't just write about things I don't know. I was hiding behind the guise of an opinion, which that's the first thing. If someone showed up to my writing on Medium or anywhere and said, why are you putting your movie? Why are you trying to get people to get attention on your movie? I would feel extremely offended. And in finding out 35 million, dude, that is a lot of money. It's a lot of dedication, it's a lot of work. And the big issue why I'm so, like, I would really like to apologize to Kang Quintus, Proxy, like the team, is because the reason why I wrote the post was because I loved the trailer so much that when I was seeing the tags, I got offended. Just me, one guy got offended. And I failed to communicate that love in my post. My post was it sounded like an ignorant hater. Like, straight up, there's no other way to put it. I sounded like a hater and I was very self-serving. And even another comment that we're going to read said I was narcissistic, which, guys, this was not how I wanted to get into Poise Social, not at all. So if you're listening to this, you probably are like, what? Let me summarize what happened. I watched the trailer of a movie, Fisherman's Diary, yesterday, I think, day before yesterday. And I saw people tagging other people to tag Netflix and to use a hashtag, and then I saw a cash prize for the person who tagged the most people. And it rubbed me off the wrong way, which is how I started with my post. So I saw that, and then I'm not able to focus. This thing is so uncomfortable. Like, this whole situation is just like, who sent me? But here we are. So I wrote the post after watching the trailer, after seeing people tagging, basically saying, I don't know why they want to put it on Netflix. That was the summary of the post. The summary of the post is that I can read the whole post, but there's no point. I'll put it there in the description. You can see what post it was. And I got, first of all, one comment that was a very long comment by Chuck Conrad. It's a public post, so you can probably find it. And the difficulty I had with him and with other people who've expressed their disagreement with my post is that it's not constructive disagreement. It's not the kind of disagreement where I would feel like, oh wow, yeah, I completely missed that. Like, that was so stupid of me to not do my research. Do I know the amount of money behind this? Do I understand the marketing purposes? Do I also see the perspective of Kang Quintus and the team who are like, listen, we've invested a lot of money in this. We don't care what you think about our methods. We want to get here as far as possible. Like, that was just my opinion. But it doesn't change the fact that I voiced it towards somebody's work. And for that, I'm very sorry. Like, I'm sorry I did not do the research. I'm sorry I did not take the time to understand it. I was moved. I was upset. Still am. But the love for the trailer that I had the kind of like when I saw the movie, I was like, this could be the movie that changes the Cameroonian movie industry. That was my initial thought. That was like, this is such a good movie. So when I was writing that, I was like, this is such a good movie. Why does it have to be on Netflix? There was a disconnect between what I actually felt and what I communicated. And so I wrote that article, and that article had some comments. People have been commenting. That article inspired somebody else. I don't even call it an article. It's like a post. It's not even an article. It inspired somebody to say something else similar to what I was saying, but different. It's like, this is the funny thing about this post. People agree with like 30% of it. I think, I don't know, 17%, and then disagree with all of it. But it's not very clear which part they agree on. And so that inspired that post, comments. People came to me to read and started leaving comments. And just a couple of hours ago, like, what time is it? This is almost 1 a.m. Poise Social, a culture magazine that I really, really respect, by Tino Foy and Wanji Wilfred, basically, reposted my post and then left a comment there saying also that they don't agree with everything I said. But in fact, let me read what they said. So I'm going to read some of the comments. So the people at Poise essentially just copied my post, and then at the bottom of it, they credited me, of course, which is really good for creatives. And this is what Wanji added. It says, I was going to actually write an article about this very issue today after stumbling on a campaign to see the movie get on Netflix on Instagram. I don't necessarily agree with Tchassa Kamga on 1 or 2 points, but overall I see where he's going with his argument, and I have to agree with him for most of the part. You see, this is the part about this thing. I didn't think my argument through. I didn't think my point through. And if you consider it, I'm like, I don't even make movies. Why would I even write that? But then on the other hand, I think people like me need to exist because conversations like this help other people grow, because now I'm feeling like I have to grow and I have to be careful what I say, how I say it, how I do my research, and yeah. My issue with this particular project is how it seems to me like putting the horse before the cart. We have a serious issue of distribution of our movies here in Cameroon, and I cannot count the number of times I've seen people make jokes about Cameroonian movies ending at the premiere. Saving Bango and Shenanigans gave us, in our context, a masterclass in marketing and distribution. Kang Quintus does not have the star power of Muriel Blanche nor the corporate backing of Stephanie Ntum. But I hoped at least he would try to follow the blueprint that was set for those two movies. Already the trailer has been the subject of much chit-chat online, with many people queerly calling the movie a great film without even watching it. I would have hoped that Kang Quintus would focus now on getting to see his movie distributed here at home first before focusing on a platform like Netflix. Already platforms like Yabadu, Sango TV exist. Canal Olympia just reopened its doors. There's nothing wrong with trying to get on Netflix, which seeing campaigns for getting on Netflix, which is a long shot, before seeing campaigns telling me where I can watch a movie here in Cameroon, skipping steps that are vital, not for this particular movie, but for the entire entertainment industry. Anyhow, Wanji Wilfred. So that's what Poise shared, and the comments, man, I'm getting killed. Somebody says, I think we just got our first disagreement because I don't have enough time. I'm going to this. I mentioned Chuck Conrad, who responds to Kamga. Budget of 35 million. Yabadu. Bottom line, there are two groups of people coming up with this whole situation. And I don't know if Kang Quintus is watching, or the people on the team are watching, but honestly, when I put myself in your shoes now, after, calming down and reading, getting perspective, I'm like, that was, if somebody wrote that kind of thing. Yeah. And then, and in the picture, I'm going to put the picture on the screen. The picture that was used on Poise Social of Kang Quintus and me, and he looks badass. Like, he looks like he's about to punch my face. And then I look like look at, what face is this? What face is that? I look like I don't know, trying to beg for money. What's happening? Huh. Wait a minute. It looks like the post on Poise Social just got taken off. That is interesting. That is very interesting. I was literally reading this right now. Huh. Okay. This happened real time. I was reading this now, and it just... Huh. Yeah. Quintus team, this is not how I wanted to express my love for your movie. This is not what I was heading for, and I am shook because I did not expect my opinion to get to the point where people will start sending some kind of messages, you know? And that's the thing. That's the thing about this whole conversation, which is weird because both sides, like people who agree with me for the most part or don't agree with me at all, like you have people who don't agree with me, like, oh, the movie should actually have its own thing or should focus in growing in Cameroon. Other people say it should go on Netflix. It's all because we both love the movie and we both love the Cameroonian movie industry, that we are voicing such strong perspective. This is the way it has to be done. Another person says this is the way it has to be done. But in the end, the producers, the people putting their money, they decide how it has to be done for them. However, whatever happens, they put in the money, they put in the work, the wins, the loss is theirs. And as much as I would like my opinion to, I don't know, be saying something to my Facebook friends, my goal was not to offend anyone. And I know that I offended people. And for that, I'm sorry. And so, yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this.